welcome to the We Talk Health podcast, the official podcast of West Tennessee Healthcare. I'm your host, Kara Mobley, and on today's episode, I have as my guests Donald Jordan. He is the clinical program manager for Pathways, and I also have Melinda Mosby. She is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Thank you guys both for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So now, Donald, I know you've been here before, but
yes.
Now, Melinda, is this your first time?
It is.
It is your first time. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Now, we're halfway through May, but, this is always some good information that we want to always get out to people. And Pathways has had some new things coming, so we want to get to talk to you guys about what's new with Pathways and kind of, Melinda, I want to kind of talk to you about what you specifically do with Pathways. So kind of let me just do some introductions. I'll start with you, Donald.
Sure.
Just a recap of, it's been probably over a year since we've seen you.
It has been. It seems like there's always something going on.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good to be back. This is a busy month for everybody. It's a busy month in mental health too, but we're having a lot of fun.
Spring is here. Allergies are happening.
Graduations are happening.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Great, yeah. So Melinda, kind of tell me what your position is. How long have you been with the system?
Yes, I have been with Pathways for 8 years. I've done several things at Pathways. I have been in the Lexington office.
Okay.
I have been to the Dyersburg office. I've done inpatient, some inpatient.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I have done inpatient for a little while, but my primary is in the Summar office in outpatient treatment.
Great, yeah. So the Summar, that's the one that's right across, not across the street, but like right
at
next
the foot
to
of the hospital.
Jackson
the main
Madison
office,
County General Hospital. Because I know we've got the psychiatry and counseling office out at Thompson Farms. So, and you're working here, kind of in the Midtown area of Jackson.
The main office.
But yeah,
that's what we call it.
That's right.
That's what we call it, the main office.
The main office,
Yes.
yes. So for Mental Health Awareness Month, we want to kind of talk about, some of the things Pathways does that maybe people don't know about, and some of the things that you do in your role, and other people in your same role, how they help the West Tennessee community.
Well, in my role as a psychiatric nurse practitioner, my main job is medication management.
Okay.
It is making sure that our patients are stabilized in an outpatient setting on medication. So we make all the adjustments, but not only medication, we sort of direct the treatment. Therapy, if they have a crisis, we send them to our triage. So we are like the drivers of their care.
Okay, yeah.
That's what we do. On an outpatient basis.
Okay.
We are here to help them function without being hospitalized.
Right, okay.
That's our main job as psychiatric nurse practitioners.
Right, like you said, with inpatient, that's like if they had to stay for however long, whatever the care team was. So for outpatient, how are you seeing people? Are they referring themselves, or is it people referring?
It's family members referring, primary care can refer. It's just a plethora of ways that they can be referred. But however, once they're there, they're ours on an outpatient basis.
Yeah.
And our nurse practitioners are amazing at, like Melinda said, really driving. Medication is one of the tools we have, but there are lots of tools: case management, employment support, housing support, therapy. And so Melinda and the other nurse practitioners are fantastic about saying, hey, I'm doing my part, but this person needs this, and then they will follow up to make sure that they get it. So that speaks to them wanting to make sure that clients are getting exactly what they need.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big thing because it's like with mental health disorders or anything, they're all so different and people deal with them in different ways. And, having someone there to follow up, like if you or your family members, if they're busy, this isn't their expertise, they need someone to come in there and advocate for them and for their loved one on making sure the things that are being done are what's needed.
Absolutely. And we are definitely a team.
Right, yeah.
My job is might be the driver, but I couldn't drive without the therapist, without the case manager, without the front desk. It's just a team at Pathways.
Right, yeah. And so working together alongside different departments and different teams, what is that like for you? I guess for your own, mental health and for your job itself, how is that helpful to you in helping your patients?
I could not do it. And it's very important that as a provider, your mental health has to be on point in order to provide good care to our community. Because they can come in and they will automatically see, you're not having a good day, Melinda. And I'm like, really?
Right. It's
Really?
like
How did you know? Are
Everybody
you
at that office
right.
has to be like really keyed
Are
into
you
it.
the provider today? But they're Johnny on the point.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure as providers, we have to make sure that our mental health is on point as well.
Right.
So having that team, the therapist, the front desk, the case
Right.
manager, everybody on point is just important, very important.
Yeah, and I mean, even with mental health, that kind of brings me to a question I had. You know, as a workplace, you want to have a supportive team so that you can help others. So what's it like with Pathways, working with your teammates?
Do I need to step out?
No, you do not need to step out.
Program manager?
No, absolutely not. I have the best team. I have the best team on Summar in Pathways, from the front desk to my manager. Everybody is just awesome. And we have to be.
Right.
We have to be. It's no way that we can provide the care that we provide without having an awesome team. And that sort of go into having an awesome workplace.
Right. Because, yeah, it's like if you're helping others, you need to make sure that you're not in a toxic environment or anything. And so,
Absolutely.
yeah, with Pathways and with what you guys do, I can imagine that some days could be pretty heavy, and the things that the situations that you're seeing, you know, can be pretty heavy. So what do you guys do? Do you guys have anything that you do for your mental health to kind of help you through the tough days?
You know what? One thing at our office, and, you know, I'm sure every office in the Pathway system, they have something.
Yeah.
But some mornings before we get started,
yeah.
we just sit at the front desk and just have a moment to say, how was your day? How was your weekend? And every morning is not a good morning.
Right.
We have those mornings where we say we had a terrible weekend, but at 8 o'clock or 7:30, when those patients hit, we are ready for them. And that's how we help ourselves.
That's right.
Yeah, and just having the realness. I like that.
Absolutely.
It's like you don't want to pretend that
Absolutely.
you don't have your own feelings and things like that.
And I'm always amazed whenever the employee survey comes out, our employees stick around. So I started at Pathways 20 years ago this year.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have I have literally grown up with a lot of the
Right,
people
right, yeah.
there.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Which I think adds to some of that transparency. I can't pretend if I'm not doing well. If somebody's
they'll
worked
know.
with me for 20 years,
That's
they
right.
know at the moment I walk in the door. And they're actually friends. And so they'll say, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Which I think is part of that's good mental health care in every workplace.
Right.
And so we need to be modeling that. And luckily, I think we have a lot of people who just automatically do.
Yeah.
And another thing I just want, and we have a lot of laughter too.
Yeah.
That's always helpful.
we can meet in the hall, and something is going to happen.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to say something, and hey, we have laughter at Pathway.
Yeah, and you have to have that. Like you
Absolutely.
can't just let everything, weigh on you so
That's right.
heavily on everything. So do you have in the years that you've had in your experience, do you have any, you don't have to say names specifically, but are any patients that have just really helped continue forth on your journey that are like, this is what I do this for kind of situation?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One that I can really remember was a veteran. And it sort of pulled very, very hard on my coattail because I too am a veteran.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm still serving. And his story. And in the system, sometimes they get lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when he came to me, it was like, hey, I hear you.
Right.
I can pump my brakes
Right.
and really take care of you. You're not in that system anymore. This is a
Right.
different system, and I can do something different.
Right. And yeah, just having that experience, because that's not something that a lot of people can relate to. They can say, I'm so thankful for your service, but they haven't been there and they don't know
Absolutely.
what it's like.
Absolutely.
So yeah, having that is a great tool to have for that as well. So for Mental Health Awareness Month, kind of tell us what we've got going on lately. I know you were talking about, Donald, that there's some new things happening. So
Yes.
kind of let us know what are the new things that are going on around Pathways.
Yeah, well, Pathways over the last several months now has been under renovation in one kind or another. We have almost completely renovated our Brownsville office.
Oh, okay.
We've had major renovations at the Union City office. Those are still in the works. EAP has had major renovations, but then right here at home base on Summar Drive, the inpatient unit is being renovated. It looks like a different place already, and we're not done. And then the outpatient lobby and hallways have all been renovated too. You know, mental health, especially community mental health, is never really rolling in profit.
Right.
That's not what we do.
That's not what you're there for. Yeah.
That's
it's
not
like,
what we're there
not-
for. That's
yeah.
not how it works. And so, I mean, I get to work with a great team where we look for opportunities to get even infrastructure dollars that we need to be able to make certain changes, because the excellence of care that we offer to patients, whether it's in Melinda's office and she's doing medical, psychiatric, mental health care,
Right.
we want the hallways to be therapeutic. We want the
Right,
lobby
yeah.
to be therapeutic. And a lot of the research shows that, especially in healthcare facilities, how it looks either increases or decreases a patient's trust in us.
Right. Exactly.
And so we joked the other day, we put out on the system-wide email a table that we had to get rid of. And after Ida put that email out, I was like, Ida, we have never been the ones to say we have a decent piece of furniture to get rid of.
Yeah.
We've always been the ones trying to take
Taking-
everybody's
Right,
leftovers.
right.
Us,
yeah.
here.
And so it's been a whole new thing for us. I mean, every piece of furniture in the lobby's new. Everything has been painted, really with a lot of care. So we've got amazing staff, and the staff were asked to submit lyrics to some of
Okay,
their
yes.
favorite songs that connect to mental health. And those lyrics don't have to be super cheesy, happy, whatever. Some of the songs are even really serious and sometimes heavy, but that's mental health
Right.
also. And so they've submitted those songs. We've turned them into artwork. We're still turning them into artwork.
That's great.
And they line the lobby walls now, but we're going down the hallways with that. And we've been posting that online. We're calling
I
it
was
the
gonna say,
Pathways Records Collection.
So yes, if you check out our Facebook page, is it just Facebook or do you have Instagram as well?
we do have Instagram
Okay.
when we remember to post on it. We do have Instagram.
So when you go on Facebook, if you type in WTH Pathways,
That's
you'll
it.
find our Pathways site. And yes, all that is on there. And I also try to share that on the West Tennessee Healthcare
Yes.
page as well for people that follow that so they can.
And the response to that, twofold. The response from staff, the lyrics have been fantastic, and across generations
Yeah.
and across musical genres, and it reflects our staff. We have a diverse staff in all
great.
kinds of any way you would hope to be
That's
diverse.
right.
We have that kind of
Right.
diversity.
Yeah.
And so the lyrics and the songs have been that way. And then even posting them internally within the system,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
messages that we've been getting privately and publicly really have been amazing. Music does touch.
The music, the lyrics, yeah, it's like if it's a sad song,
Right,
sometimes you just
yeah.
want a good cry, and
Yeah.
sometimes you have like the upbeat songs that just
Yeah.
really make you happy.
It is one thing that I want to just interject about our renovation. When I saw it, it was like, I don't know. But as it started to evolve, it reminded me, I don't know if you all are familiar with the show, This Old House.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of that show because it's improving an old house
Right.
that has a history to the
The
community.
history, right.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is what we need. And then as far as the music, look, our playlist is awesome.
Right.
And one of the songs that just sort of, just when I saw the video and really took the time to use music as a mental health resource, Rise Up
yeah.
is one of
Andre
those.
Day, yeah.
Yes, it's one of those songs
Right.
that you really look and the video just make you
Yeah.
want to say, hey, I can do it. I can go on. And that's
Right.
what our mental health clients need. Something
Right.
that will give them a little boost to
Boost,
say,
yeah.
not just medication, not just case management, but
But
something.
it's all around you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and seeing it and saying, even music you may take for granted. You hear it all the time. but
Right.
It's like,
Because sometimes we use music just for entertainment, just for
Right.
dance. But when we stop and use it for a mental health resource, I think we look at music totally different.
yeah, and I think that's such a great thing too, because it's like sometimes you can be somewhere and a song comes on and you start singing and somebody else across the aisle from you or something starts singing it, and it's like you're two totally different people, and it's like you both
Yeah.
love this song. It's such a way to connect just in public with strangers, or to connect with each other, like, oh, you like that too, and then you get to talking and you make a friend. You
Right,
know?
right.
And especially with the renovations, like I'm the same way. It's like I love walking into a fresh, clean space, and even the building has been there, so it's a familiar building, but having a fresh facelift on it.
Yeah. Our clients deserve it. It's been fun watching and hear staff turning corners, humming.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you see clients in the lobby sitting under a poster, and then you can hear them kind of humming that.
And even Donald,
song.
the colors.
Yeah.
The coordination of the colors. It just looks better. You feel clean. You feel
and
like
it's vibrant.
Absolutely. So it's just the entire renovation just adds a little common something when you walk into.
Yeah. And like you said, with the longevity of the people who work there, you work there with people that have also been there as long as you. You're in it together. You know each other. That also helps the patients, because then they're getting people who have worked with these people in this space, in these situations. And like you said, with the different types of care, you're saying, if this is what you're doing, let's try this, like offering them options, and then having multiple people on that team, all looking out for that same person.
Mm-hmm.
So for people that may be interested, I know we've got the psychiatry and counseling office. Do you guys want to share any information on how people can, if they know someone, or if they are struggling in any way to...
Sure. They can call our 1-800 number, which you can post with the podcast when it goes up, because I don't know it. They can also call our concierge line. That's 731-541-8555. We've got a team who's been doing a lot of work to try to help get people in faster.
That's waiting is kind of a hard thing for people too. So
especially when you decide I need to set up a mental health appointment.
That's really something you want a little bit sooner. Like dermatology appointment, I got to make that 6 months out. But it's like for mental health, it's like when you realize you're like, I need to see someone now.
That's right. And we've got, just a reminder, we've got tons of employees in the system who utilize their living well benefits, but tons of just people in the community who we handle really severe mental health issues that may go all the way to inpatient when they need to. But we've got a huge majority of folks who, like all of us, may be dealing with some issue right now, dealing with depression or anxiety right now. And the team that we've got to care for them does a great job. So some folks come 2, 3, 4 times. That's it. We don't see them again. That's a success to us.
Right.
Other people want to come once a month and touch base. That's a success to us too. Yeah. So it looks different.
And just having that service there. Like,
that's right. It looks different for everybody. Right. So we just, if in your gut you think I should talk to somebody, your gut is sending you a good message. Yeah. So give us a call.
And there's no shame. I know a lot of people, over the years, it's gotten better about not feeling shamed or having someone in your family if they're trying to shame. I mean, you're just talking to someone. It's like medicine. It's like, if you get a cut on your arm, you have to go get stitches. If you're having a problem mentally, go talk to someone who's, in that field. And our crisis triage is always available. Right. Always available.
And there is, I'm glad you mentioned that. 988 is 988, new across the country, but it now just ties into what we do. So people can always call or I think text, but I know for sure can call 988.
Yeah, I think
24/7.
Yeah, and we've shared things about that too. So I'll put that in the show notes as well on like how to get in touch with the 988 crisis, 24/7 access. So I'm glad we got to have you guys on. I know, Donald, it's been a while, and Melinda, it's so nice to meet you and get to hear your story and get to hear, your job here with the system. Because again, this is a large system across all of West Tennessee. We've got Pathways offices everywhere. I will also include those locations in the show notes as well. But just hearing from one of our psychiatric nurse practitioners and hearing what you guys do and knowing that it's not just you by yourself trying to contain or
couldn't do it by myself.
Right, exactly. And knowing that in this community we have a great team of people here with Pathways that are willing to help, any kind of mental health struggle you may be having.
That's right. Help is here. That's what we say.
Yes, help is here. Well, thank you both so much for coming on and sharing some great information this Mental Health Awareness Month.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for listening to We Talk Health. This podcast is not intended to replace any medical advice. Nothing said in this podcast is intended to supersede or supplement the direction of your medical caretakers. If you have any questions or would like to request a topic, you can reach out to us at wetalkhealthpodcast@gmail.com.